Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we may have a bit of a continuation from yesterday's Divine Feminine and possibly even from my most recent video from today. We've got a karmic feminine who is, I think, being evicted, kicked out, having to sell her house. There is a change of resonance here for a feminine energy that was trying to hold on to a relationship that she wasn't willing to invest in. Hi there, Miss Cherry B. How are you doing? So let's take a look. Ooh, better call in spirit, right, guys? A little bit of wind chime time for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's see, it's Wednesday, so happy hump day, you guys. All right, let's see, what do we have? Unconditional love. Somebody is realizing how they really feel. This is a really strong connection, hi there, pirate, that somebody has tried to diminish, forget about, stuff under the rug, criticize themselves for feeling, but it's too much. This person knows exactly how they feel, and it's making them realize they need to make serious changes or they're going to lose out on something important. I feel like they were stuck in a relationship with somebody where maybe the physical connection was the, I'm going to say it, the meat and potatoes of the relationship. So there's somebody here who is challenging themselves to strive for more, strive for a better relationship, not just settle, right? I'm glad you guys are amused. I even checked with Spirit to make sure that the garden tool reference in my title wasn't too much, but it was like, yeah, go for it. All right. And the Ascension card being in the reverse tells me somebody knows that staying with this particular relationship, which is really just kind of surface level, is preventing them from becoming a better person. And there's a sincere desire here to become a better person. Now we have nightlife and anxiety in the reverse. So I feel like there may have been an attempt here by the karmic garden tool to kind of manipulate someone or maybe even blackmail somebody against taking this risk. But I don't think it's working. Whatever they've tried to use against this presumably masculine energy is falling flat on its face. It's not an effective ploy. And as a result, this karmic feminine is having to find a new place to live. This is the Tattoo Tarot. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that joke. We have the High Priestess coming out. Somebody's intuition is getting stronger. There's a sense maybe somebody has had dreams, visions, or signs. Song lyrics are speaking to them in a different way. They know that they need to make a decision. And I feel like even though there hasn't been an opportunity to actually speak this decision to everyone who needs to hear it, I get the sense somebody knows exactly what they need to do and they're building that courage in order to be able to do it. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This karmic garden tool is a Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who is not loyal. This is somebody who might just be, flirting on dating apps, flirting with coworkers, flirting with friends of their masculine. Somebody was not being honest about what they were up to or what they wanted and could be highly motivated by, meat and potatoes. Oh, I hope you guys enjoy that. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Both of them are in the reverse. We have somebody who is willing to let go and not be so strict with themselves. There's a sense that somebody is concerned they're going against their character or their principles, but also kind of this is like coming across as an inner conflict. Like, no, this is actually the right thing for me to do because it's not right to perhaps there's kids involved. I don't want to give a bad example to the people around me, or I don't want to get stuck in an unhappy relationship when I know what I know, even if it's painful, even if I have to go through a really big upheaval. I'm going to have to leave home because we have 10 of cups in the reverse. This could be moving away from a town or just moving to a different place. There's a helicopter overhead. So I feel like there's somebody watching your every move. If you're resonating with the masculine energy, be aware of that. We have the Empress and the King of Pentacles came out sideways. So I feel like there's somebody who wants to move closer to a feminine energy that is quite accomplished. This feminine energy would be somebody that is self-sustaining, successful on her own, kind, caring, honest, intelligent, probably really funny, just like me. And this King of Pentacles is a stable individual who has been maybe a little bit too reliable for the wrong people. And I feel like he wants to extend an offer to this Empress, but needs to do that in order to get into this King of Pentacles in the upright. We have the Page of Wands. This is a card about communication. I feel like the King of Pentacles here is going to communicate that there's been a change of address, or that they are planning on moving, or that this karmic garden tool has moved out, and they want to see, they're crafting a conversation right now to ask this Empress about a new beginning. Do you want to move in with me? Look at how she's got the whole city right on top of her head. Whatever motivates this masculine to move forward in terms of how he wants to live, he wants this Empress right by his side, right there. And this Empress is, I think she's got a little bit of the Midas touch. Everything that she touches turns to gold. We have the Lovers in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a sense here that somebody is ready to balance the scales, make things right again after having made the wrong decision. This King of Pentacles may have had a choice between the Empress and this karmic garden tool and chose poorly, and now wants to reassess the situation, or already has and wants to make a different decision. With the Wheel of Fortune, things are moving in his favor because this is the right move for this King of Pentacles. All right, we're going to continue with the Egyptian Tarot. I love you, Christina. You're the best. Hello, Miss Brianna. How are you doing? All right, we've got the Hanged Man and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is such an interesting depiction of the Hanged Man. When we're looking at the Egyptian Tarot, there's an added element, or maybe like an underscoring or a bold font here for the idea of self-sacrifice. Somebody who's willing to give things up that they actually do really want because they feel they're expected to. And I feel like somebody was willing to lose out on their own happiness because they were too focused on what other people expected, or they were too focused in terms of what they would lose from a financial standpoint if they ended this relationship that was not making them happy. So the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, you guys, that's about as bad a loss as you can get. That's like losing your home, losing your bank account. This is a serious, someone may have a really, difficult prenup to deal with, We have the Three of Wands, indicating somebody here is willing to move to the next stage in terms of taking action on a plan that they have. This could indicate somebody wants to travel, perhaps to visit this Empress. And there's an important conversation here with the Eight of Wands that this person needs to have. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse, which is indicative of somebody who is maybe going a little bit back and forth on what am I going to say? How do I say it? What am I asking for? Do I just go in and like ask this person to marry me? Because I know that's what I want, but is that going to scare her off? Just like all the thoughts all at once for this person. We have another five coming out, the Five of Swords, which talks about sabotage, just like the Hanged Man. Well, kind of, right? This is like self-sabotage. This can be like three people, one of them sabotaging the other two. So we could have something in terms of this karmic, we'll just stick with it, right? Garden tool, wanting to do something to mess with this future livelihood of their ex. So this King of Pentacles may be aware that he needs to move in silence because his ex is interested in finding a way to make his life miserable. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Feels to me like this karmic feminine is looking to impact the way this masculine makes money, calling the boss to report him for something he didn't do. I don't know, making a drug test go wrong, something along those lines. She wants to mess with his money because she feels like he's messed with her money. All right, this is the Meta Muse. We have the Ace of Swords. Somebody wants to tell the truth about how they feel, which is pretty dang close to how I titled that Divine Feminine reading from yesterday, so you may want to check that out. We have the Five of Swords coming out again. Somebody's definitely trying to sabotage this masculine's money. I assume it's the karmic feminine, doesn't want this masculine energy to be able to be successful, or I think spend money on the new person, right? Doesn't want him to be able to buy anything for this Empress. Maybe wants the Empress to assume that he can't afford anything or isn't worth her time. Because if the Empress, declines, then I think this karmic feminine feels like she can waltz right back in and claim that masculine again. We have the Lovers coming out again. You could be dealing with somebody that has Gemini in their charts, because we have had a couple of swords coming out in a row as well in terms of the Ace, Five of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay. Yeah, this masculine energy is coming out as the King of Wands. This is somebody who is like a warrior king, somebody who knows how to fight for what they want. I feel like somebody is gaining in confidence and feeling more empowered to do what they need to do to be happy. And with the Page of Swords or Princess of Swords, this is all about information. I think there's a little bit of information gathering happening right now, either about this Empress or about possible living arrangements or job situations for this King of Wands. But I also feel like the King of Wands, if you resonate with him, would be wise to be a little bit secretive or, not share a lot on social media at this time. We have the Four of Cups, which is rejection. Yeah, I think people who would be conversing with this King of Wands about job opportunities may hear from this karmic female in terms of, don't hire him, he did this. There's an attempt here to, I think, kind of, what's the term, blackball somebody. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Cups. This masculine energy has been able to kind of move things past him or behind him, right? Like, yes, there's been a difficult ending here. I've been unhappy. Things have been challenging, but I am moving forward because I know that I have unconditional love for this Empress here. And I think she loves me too. This King of Pentacles is trying to keep an eye on the things that could go wrong with the karmic feminine, but also trying to stay positive in terms of how this Empress could change his life. We have the Strength card, indicating somebody has made it through a pretty trying time and been able to tame the beasts within. This King of Wands likely feels he has something to apologize for in terms of indefensible behavior. So lacking in courage, making this King of Wands maybe say something he didn't mean. Now this King of Wands wants to come back around and at the very least apologize for his behavior and I think extend an offer of love to this Empress. So we have the High Priestess coming out twice here. And I feel like there's something to do with, I think you're not the only one watching tarot readings here. I think somebody may have tipped off this karmic feminine to how this King of Wands felt about this Empress. And there could have also been some attempts by the Queen of Wands in the reverse to mess with the Empress's money. Another 10 of Pentacles, but this time it's in the upright. So there is information here for the King of Wands that will be useful, but he's encouraged to keep this information secret. This will help you rebuild the finances or the, empire, right? We have the Fool coming out to indicate that this is a brand new chapter, and fate is on the side of this King of Wands. So let's get some additional Kipper, Flipper, Skipper, right, Pirate? All right, we've got occupation right next to what I was talking about. Yes, there are efforts being made to try to make it difficult for this King of Wands to find employment or to rebuild his finances. We have marriage and thief in the reverse. If there are concerns about this Empress in terms of maybe this King of Wands really has a lot of money, this Empress is trustworthy. So if that was a question you needed to answer, this feminine energy is not a thief. However, I also feel like for some of you, the efforts being made against the King of Wands in terms of his employment, there may be some accusation out there for, let's say like 60% of you, that this King of Wands has stolen from previous workplaces or employers. But whatever is actually being done in terms of a job search right now, there's evidence that clears this King of Wands name, or there's somebody who knows exactly who this King of Wands is. So I don't think this will be successful. It'll just be more of like an annoyance, kind of like getting a tattoo. We have official person. Yeah, because whoever is going to make this decision for this King of Wands in terms of his, livelihood, they have high honor and they see right through this Queen of Wands in the reverse. So adjudication in the reverse, indicating that whoever makes this decision, they know that there aren't negative consequences here for this King of Wands. It's just, a woman scorned. All right, we're going to get, we'll take a few from the Tarot de la Nuit. Oh, all right. Well, you know what? Since you said that, Cherry Bee, we'll have the sexual tarot give us a little bit more clarification. I think I just reach for these less often because they're a little bit distracting. Like, oh, what's that? All right, what else do we have for this story? Wow, you guys, another 10 of Pentacles. There is abundance coming your way. Wow, it would be sad if I didn't show you all of that abundance, right? Or as I lovingly refer to it, abundance. We have the three of Swords. I was going to say spades because I can see spade in the corner. And the Five of Swords, both of them are in the reverse. So if you're worried about whatever sabotage is, being attempted, do not fear. You are going to be able to find a way around this. And I think a big piece of advice for you here is to remember to stay in that healed energy. Don't let somebody drag you back into the, tit for tat, arguing, petty bullshit, right? You'll be able to sidestep whatever these attempts are to sabotage your money just by staying true to your character. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Again, for me, this is a lot to do with choosing happiness and not walking away from something that maybe you already had walked away from at some point. And that's coming out with the Page of Swords. Again, lots of air energy. So it could actually be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but I did call out Gemini earlier for the Lovers card coming out. But we've got somebody here who is taking in additional information. And I think, again, we have a warning here to be very cautious about who you share your information with, because this Queen of Wands in the reverse is very much so set on making life a living hell for this King of Wands. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. This is about something kind of taking you by surprise. And Temperance. Interesting. So I think this King of Wands may be a little bit pleased, a little bit surprised at how this Empress responds to a love offer. But more importantly, I think there could also be an element of this Empress being pleasantly surprised by the stability the King of Pentacles has been able to regain or establish in his life since they had a conversation. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse. What a lovely card. Yeah, this is somebody who might be a little bit resistant to the King of Pentacles, King of Wands in the beginning, but I think the Empress is, she has boundaries, right? Because she also embodies the Queen of Swords. I think she has boundaries initially. She's a little bit shocked when she hears from this King of Wands, but there's a willingness to have an open mind. If you demonstrate for me that you have changed, then I will believe you, but I'm not going to just be, taking your word for it, right? All right, this is the Everyday Tarot. All right, we've got, funny pirate. We've got the Fool and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Lovers in the reverse. So it's going to be a little bit daunting or a little bit challenging at first, taking this new path and maybe being a little bit of a penny pincher, maybe having to be a little bit frugal at first. And with the Lovers in the reverse, I feel like there may be kind of a delay in terms of being able to act on the desires in terms of being in a new relationship here. Somebody may feel like you really need to get your money right before you can approach the Empress. But I also feel like there's a sense here that the person that this King of Pentacles, King of Wands has been in a relationship with, they are moving away from this person. They are no longer wife material in this masculine's mind, and they are not choosing this person that I think was quite confident that they were going to have this King of Wands, King of Pentacles in their life for the rest of their life. We have the Magician coming out, and I feel like this is about the masculine energy realizing that he is empowered to make changes in his life that maybe previously he had doubted he could actually bring about. but there's something about unconditional love motivating this person to do the right thing. But you are going to want to be a little bit hush hush when this relationship does take off, because there are prying eyes, people who are quite besides themselves for having lost this relationship and seeing somebody else with, the stability or comfort, the house that they were used to. So we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, Justice in the reverse, and Four of Pentacles. Somebody's going to be petty here. Somebody's going to take something. Somebody's going to try to, be a little bit shisty with regards to assets or funds in the bank account. So be strategic, okay? You don't have to be paranoid, but you can do things to protect yourself, right? With the Seven of Swords in the reverse, I see this as you knowing, like you expect this person to be dishonest, so they can't really do anything. You know their number, you know what they're going to try to do. I feel like you're going to anticipate whatever trickster moves they want to do. With the Three of Wands in the reverse, this is about shocking someone. So I think your ability to see through what their plans are is going to be a little bit unpredictable for this Queen of Wands in the reverse. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, indicating that you are quite decided here, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, that it is time for a new chapter. No one can really talk you out of this at this point. Even if it ends up being a new chapter without the Empress, you do need to get away from this karmic garden tool. Hierophant in the reverse. For many of you, this is a dissolution of a marriage, but I also think this is coming out to indicate that somebody is having a significant change in perspective or beliefs in terms of who they should be with and how to make decisions pertaining to love. This could be somebody deciding, I don't have to be with somebody who's in the same socioeconomic bracket as me, or I don't have to be, listening to my grandparents who think that I should be with the same race. I can do what I want. If I love someone, I want to be with them. Because there is somebody here who has been acting, they've been aggressive in terms of trying to come in between these two people. This could be in addition to the karmic feminine here. And it's because we have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's codependent is how I'm reading that. Somebody may know that this is difficult, but they still want to, they don't want to be alone. They don't like this person, but they want them to come back, which is just kind of a little bit silly, right? A little bit sad. All right, we'll get some additional clarity from the miniature Rider-Waite. You can't find a garden tool emoji. We'll have to work on that. I'll write a letter to Apple. Or I guess, we got to cover Android too, right? We have the Star. I'm taking this to mean we have somebody who is able to recoup what is lost from a financial standpoint through hard work. So keep faith, even if things get a little bit dicey and you only have, a couple hundred in the bank account at one point. Stay focused. You are going to be able to turn this around. We have the Fool coming out again. New beginnings everywhere for you guys. And we have somebody who is able to recover from a pretty significant betrayal over time. So if it's a little bit raw right now, a little bit difficult to accept all of the change or deal with all of the, petty bullshit from the Queen of Wands in the reverse, remember to keep faith and pay attention to the signs. You know that things will end up better for you by virtue of standing up for what you want and speaking your truth. We have the Ten of Cups again. So there's a happy home here in the future, but it does require going through a little bit of difficulty. I see this as that tunnel in the Shawshank Redemption when the guy is breaking out of the prison and has to like encase himself in plastic bags because he's, crawling through a tunnel of excrement. I hope you appreciate that, YouTube. I didn't swear. We have somebody feeling a little bit crazy. They know what they're doing is not what people expect of them, and it's going to change their entire life, but it's worth it. It's what this person feels is the right move for their life. Because with the Queen of Wands in the reverse here, there has been a lot of inconsistency, a lot of imbalance, a lot of arguing, and it's all because somebody has been a little too focused on the surface level connections, right? So this masculine energy is acknowledging that there are burdens that are not his that he can toss overboard, and that will help him heal with the Four of Swords here. That's all about, having time to yourself, introspection, and getting the rest you need to be able to recover from a difficult time. And this is going to help the King of Wands, King of Pentacles reestablish stability and balance in his life, which I think happens pretty close to around the time the conversation with the Empress happens. Uh-oh. We have the Five of Wands coming out for the Empress. Okay, so this King of Pentacles, King of Wands may have been motivated to take action in this unhealthy relationship of his because he knows he has competition that is not a good match for the Empress. Because if you are the Empress, you deserve an Emperor in the upright, not somebody who's controlling or manipulative. This King of Pentacles may know who this Emperor is, Emperor in the reverse. We just saw Strength pop up there. Okay, so this could be a friend or an acquaintance that this King of Pentacles has known for a long time. There's another person that is wanting to make a love offer to the Empress, and this King of Pentacles doesn't deem him worthy of the Empress. And he's probably right, because we have the Sun here. So I think he sees the truth of the situation and wants to make sure the Empress knows that he is a nice alternative to this Emperor in the reverse, right? All right, you guys, I think I'm going to call it there. 32 when I said that. I hope you enjoyed the reading and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hopefully I can return for another one. Still wanting to get that Sagittarius yearly reading out. So try to do that for you later. Have a wonderful day. See ya.